episode 50 of Derek Revolution, the dancing show on my channel that I simply cannot put to rest and is going on far longer than anyone, especially me, ever thought it would. For the last episode, I said that I would be moving on to the PS3 Dance Revolution. As you can see on your screen, that was not true. That is not the case. Today, oh yeah, there's the links on the channel there. You can watch me do this live on Twitch and YouTube. The videos go up on YouTube permanently and not Twitch. But so yeah, there's the plug. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. We're playing the Jungle Book Rhythm and Groove for episode 50. We're not celebrating the big 5-0 with the last DDR game. Last time I played, I did state that I would not be doing this game because it was annoying to obtain, a little more money than I wanted to spend, but I found some workarounds. Those workarounds are not perfect, so the cutscenes will not work. I am not doing this fully legitimately like I have with every other previous dance game so far, so this is a bit of an experiment to see just how this soft mod on my PS2 works. I am still playing it on my PS2 with a real dance mat, as you can see, but this is running on a soft modded console now because I didn't want to buy and obtain this game and hold on to it because I don't think I'd be able to ever resell it. So with that said, because this is running through hardware emulation, the cutscenes do not work. However, I have a YouTube video of all of the cutscenes on the ready to pop up on the screen so that we still can watch them. In fact, I will go ahead and start playing one of those now. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna... Oh, I guess I can just stop it completely. So I'm just gonna close that so that we don't have the sounds for it. And boom, look at that. I have it on YouTube ready to watch. Please note the watermark in the bottom right-hand corner of this of these videos. This is not mine. I did not capture these myself. I would like to give credit to... Okay, I can't really get it on screen because of the way I've cropped it. But you'll see it in the bottom right-hand corner. It is X Cage Game. Not games, plural, X Cage Game on YouTube. Thank you for uploading this. Oh, shoot. Okay, I guess we're back up. Having a bit of connection issues just now for the stream, but if you're watching this on YouTube, you're fine. The video, that is, because it just continues to record anyways. So yeah, like I was saying, while this cutscene plays out, I won't be able to do the cutscenes myself in real time. Also, this game came out... Let me check my notes. The PlayStation 1 version came out in the year 2000, which is 2 years before Konamix, the first DDR game I played for this series. Meaning that this is the oldest dancing game. That is the PS1 version. The PS2 version came out in Europe in 2001 and North America 2002, or around the beginning of the year, which still makes this 2 months older than Konamix as far as North American releases go. Oh, that was the end of that cutscene. So I'll go ahead and pause that and turn that back off. How did I? There we are. And I'll turn this back on. So with that said, yes, this will be the oldest game. Even though, like, this is a PS2 game that's older than the PS1 game I started the series with. And so that means we're not going to see a lot of... Oh, there's 2002 right there. We're not going to see a lot of the quality of life things that DDR added over time having an influence on this. This does not run super well on my dance mat. If you've been watching this series along with me, you'll note that Flow, Urban Dance Uprising, the game I did 2 games ago, did not have syncing, and it did affect the gameplay a little bit. This also does not have an option to sync, to like adjust the timer, like the DDR games have that make them playable. So I will have to try to go off beat slightly Again, not perfect, but I'm trying to do as many of these as I can to the best of my ability. I'm not going to go into any of these. Versus mode is obviously just you pick a song you have unlocked and two people go head to head. Temple Fame is probably scores. Jungle Gallery is like stuff like you can do like a Lou Bega's challenge and unlock his music video or whatever. Jungle Book 2 trailer is obviously just a trailer for the movie. How to play, I didn't even do that. The game seemed simple enough. There is actually like a power-up thing in this, but I figured that out on its own. Options, again, that doesn't have syncing in it. Load is probably just load for memory card, like all the settings and like your unlocks. I'm not going to go into any of these because this is a game that uses triangle to go back, and as you can see, I only have X and circle. And I do have a controller plugged into the player 2 slot, but I cannot use that to navigate menus in the 2 slot, and I don't want to keep mixing it around.
Story mode.
With that said, let's move on and start the game. So, hold on, I'm going to take a little sip real quick. My throat's getting a little dry already. When I tested this, I tested it on hard, expecting that to be sort of where standard was as DDR goes. And it was a little easy, so I did kick it up to expert. However, I was doing that on controller, and controller worked fine, dance mat not so much. So I don't think I'll be doing a full expert playthrough. I'll probably go with hard, because the soft mod I have that I'm using is called Free MC Boot. People call it Free McBoot. But because it's a memory card, I'm assuming the MC stands for memory card. Hello, Infamous Devil Trigger the Second Coming. Thanks for watching on YouTube. I'm about to get started. I was just talking about how I am soft modding my PS2 to play this because I did not want to obtain it myself, and how the dance mat doesn't work perfectly on it due to syncing issues. I will do the first song on expert.
Select a song.
Oh, you gave Senran Kagura a chance? Oh, right, yeah, you came by when I was talking about Senran Kagura during a, what was that game even called? I don't even think I have that game anymore. But, yeah, so I do have, this isn't one of those games where you can just beat a level and then it's unlocked on all difficulties. Every difficulty is separate, kind of like with High School Musical I played last time. I'm going to do the first song on expert, and it might not go well because, again, the syncing issues. However, I will give it a try so you can see that it's possible, and then I might just stick to hard for the rest of it. There's also going to be a cutscene, so I'm going to go ahead and skip the cutscene. I said skip the cutscene, and then I'm going to play that cutscene over here. I will try to pause the game as soon as it's finished loading, so it doesn't interrupt this cutscene. There we go. Once again, thank you XCage Game for uploading all of the cutscenes for this game, so that I can still kind of do the whole thing. And I will give him a shout out every single time, out of my polite obligation to give credit where credit is due. Okay. We're just watching this. So yes, there are, if you did see the time thing, there is 20 minutes of cutscenes in this, which is pretty cool. No subtitles though, so I'm sorry if you can't hear it very well. It was a little hard to get the audio balancing with this one. Usually it's just the game versus my voice, but now it's also this YouTube video. I am doing my best to stream all of the dancing games I possibly can. With all these cutscenes too, there's going to be like a lot of breaks in between songs. Usually it's just song to song and then it's over.
You were wonderful, that's true.
Oh goodness, is it even including in-game cutscenes?
But now it's late.
Or
Time to find a safe place to sleep.
okay. Alright, that's probably the start of the next cutscene then. So now we'll turn this off. And continue here.
It's time you realize the jungle
Oh,
is
weird. I guess some of the cutscene is just okay. Here we go. So I am not going on beat because the dance mat is slightly lagging. As you can see, it's a little different from DDR, where it sort of like puts more stuff. Ooh. Like it's only 2 rows. I think it's sort of like based on foot. Like you use your right foot for those 2 directions, then your up foot for this one. Kind of like how Dancing with the Stars suggested you do certain moves with each foot, except I think you're not actually really mixing it up in this one. Oop. I think it is literally, I think it might just be like down and right will always be on the right side, and then left and up will always be on the left side. So it doesn't really throw a whole lot at you as far as mixing it up goes. Okay.
Because some you win and some you lose, but as long as you follow your muse, you'll be singing at the end of the day.
So if you do the thing that just displayed in the middle there, oop, I guess I didn't do it well enough. Okay, so I did a fail. Good.
And you may think you've reached your goal, you may think you're in control, when you're suddenly knocked down.
Oh my goodness. I'm like trying to find the offbeat to actually do this correctly. Nope, I failed again. There is an infinite lives cheat, but the cheat thing on the... I think I might have better luck actually just trying my best to follow the beat instead of trying to follow where the game wants it to be.
Done well again, Mowgli. You still have much to learn.
This is not the end of the song though, it goes on for a little bit.
Stand. It's not because I'm weak, it's because I'm strong. And sometimes my heart is broken and the truth remains unspoken. And it seems to me that it's an unfair fight. But I'll never turn away. Yes, I am quite proud to say that I'm a cat that will roar for what is right. You may think
Okay.
we're the same. You may think it's all the game. You may think that it's
Oh, I tried to activate the thing. So the thing that's showing up in the middle there. Oh, I screwed up again. Yeah, that's it. So that's what happens if you play on a dance mat. So I'm not going to try one more time. I'm going to go back to the menu. And we're going to just do this the whole game on hard instead of expert. I think it might give you a lot more leeway on like easier difficulties, because when a demo was playing, it showed like a much bigger judgment area.
Story mode.
But then it'll give me a way lower arrow count, and I don't want it to be like too much easier, because then it'll just be boring. So we're gonna try this one again on this difficulty. I'm just gonna go with the beat, see how generous it's gonna be. Yeah, that is the issue I've run into. I don't want to get like a new dance mat, but because I'm not even super sure it's really the dance mat's fault at this point.
It's time you realize
I mean, it could be the fact that
isn't an easy place for
the
a
game
man
is running off of a USB.
Well, my home is in the jungle, and although
Like, look at how much easier this is
I am not
between like expert and hard.
cat. When I roar,
It is like, hopefully.
feeble-hearted crumble as I'm a
Extra ball.
So that's how that happens. When a little arrow thing shows up in the middle there, if you input that, you get a bonus on the next hit thing.
But this is no joke, my friend.
So now I'll just automatically get those ones.
Listen to the words of the wise. You may think that we're the same. You may think it's all a game. You may think that it's all only fun and joy. It may not be to your taste, but you're going to have to face that the jungle is no place for a boy.
Yeah, wish this was harder,
Very good, Mowgli.
but like functionally harder. Functioning and harder. This is the first level, so I mean there's a chance that they get harder. I mean you would hope that it would be a consistent difficulty all the way through for like a rhythm game. So hopefully it's like still fairly difficult. Whoop. Okay.
No, it's no place for a
Oh.
stranger. There are scarce tigers dying for a snack.
Okay, it's gone now.
Reached your goal, you may think.
I don't know how my one foot got in the middle.
When you're suddenly knocked down by an attack. You may think that we're the same. You may think it's all a game. You may think that it's all only fun and joy.
Left.
It may not be to your taste, but you're going to
Yeah, so in between arrows, you have to input the thing that shows up in the middle for a bonus. As you can see, there's like a little white line under the judgment zone that sort of like
Well again.
kept my input there. And then yeah, the next successful step you do, it'll activate.
between right and wrong. And you have to understand, if I have to take a stand, it's not because I'm weak.
See, and then I missed the next one.
And sometimes my heart is broken, and the truth remains
There it is now. I have firewall,
seems to me that it's an unfair
so I just don't get to play for a little bit.
way.
Not a particularly great power up. I guess it's kind of useful on higher difficulties.
That will war for what is right.
I don't know what that does. I mean, the how to play probably explained what the power-ups do. But I just sort of figured out how to use them on my own when I was testing this. Yeah, I feel like I was going on beat, and they seem to be like hitting pretty well.
Really good.
So I have to wonder how much of it will.
Score. Please enter your initials.
And also, when I first did this, I put in my initials as like DRK, and it didn't save that. So hopefully we can do that now and then not have to do it again each time going forward. R is definitely this direction. Are you gonna... Oh, I can't hold up to go faster? Okay. So I'm gonna be Dirk the whole time. Yeah, I gotta wait. Look at that way better Dirk up there when I'm playing with controller. More than twice as good. But whatever.
Fine. You were wonderful, that's true. But now it's late. Time to find a safe place to sleep.
Now we're gonna find a safe place to sleep. Is there gonna be a cutscene now? Yep, skipping this cutscene. Bringing this back up and playing the cutscene.
I proved it. I can stay in the jungle for sure.
I haven't watched The Jungle Book since I was a very wee boy.
Hates man, and he is not going to allow you to grow up to become one. Now let's climb this tree.
This was a very long time ago.
Be a safe place to spend the night.
Trying to pause it. Yeah, it really would have been nice if this game ran better on expert,
You can climb.
because that's way more fun. But again, hopefully it just gets harder as it goes. But yeah, so I have this free McBoot, which is on a memory card that you plug into your PS2, and then you can load games from the USB or hard drive if you have a hard drive adapter, which I do not. I didn't want to spend the money on that. So this is just running from a USB drive plugged into my PS2. And I was trying real hard, but it is not nearly as easy to get PlayStation 1 games emulating on a PS2.
Make me go to the man village.
I tried really hard. I wanted to play the first Dance Dance Revolution and the Disney's one, but they did not run well. I did manage to get them to like start on this. The first DDR would not get further than the main menu, regardless of what thing I picked from the main menu. The game would just stop. The Disney's one, it's not like a Disney Channel one where it's just Disney songs, which I assumed it was.
Like fun.
It's actually a bunch of Eurobeat remixes, and I love Eurobeat. That game could be potentially one of my favorites because of how much Eurobeat is on it. But it did get running as far as like songs went, but it didn't run very well.
That's true.
It is my honor to report that you will be a soldier for the rest of your life.
It is wild that it like includes in-game footage as the cutscene. Oh, that's not even. Oh, actually, that's probably the end of. Okay, that's probably what happens at the end of this. So let's turn that back off. Let's start playing this level.
Drone is easy. It's like your military in death.
But yeah, it's a little difficult to follow the arrows the way I want sometimes. Yeah, look at how like well lined up that is. Damn it.
Join the ranks and walk in line. Join the ranks and march in time. There is no game you can win if you don't have discipline. Join the ranks and you will see you can
I mean, it's
become just like me. If you're good and you don't flunk, you can join the ranks.
see that one was easy to do because I had a down coming up, so I could just kind of mash down and let that go. I wonder if maybe the game just has like too many arrows on screen for the kit to like run well. Because it is pretty cool that it has like, you know, like full motion models moving like behind the scenes and stuff. They're so proud of it that they regulate gameplay to like less than a fifth of the screen.
My big voice was a tiny grunt, but in the ranks I learned respect, and an elephant never forgets. In those days, now way back then, no one here was that.
Damn it.
Come on.
Let's see. Well, just follow me. Join
That's
the
it.
ranks and walk in line. Join the ranks and march in time. There is no game you can win.
That's
If you don't have discipline.
Oh, it's gone now. Too late.
Join the ranks and you will see. You can become just like me. If you're good and you don't flunk, you can
Teenage
join the
Tiny.
ranks and sound your drum. Like that.
Whoa, what? Why would I do this? I can't even effing see them now.
Challenge failed.
That was a, like, that just made it harder? Yeah, of course I failed. I'm not doing those anymore. I didn't know that was a possibility, that it would make the game harder. It was supposed to be a reward for doing extra moves in the middle of songs. But that one just made it way harder. See, that would have been fine if this was DDR. If it had like 4 different rows. But how is I supposed to know which one it is when I can barely see? No, I'm not falling for it. I'm not doing those anymore. Okay, I've demonstrated how to do them and what they do. There's no reason for me to do it anymore.
Join the ranks and march in time. There is no game you can win if you don't have discipline. Join the ranks and you will see you can become just like me. If you're good and you don't flunk, you can join the
No, I ain't doing it.
I was going to say that. Well,
Yeah, I mean, the production value on this is pretty good. Like, there's not a whole lot of songs, but it does have, like, the CG cutscenes are, like, pretty decent quality. The songs are obviously, like, Disney quality, which is pretty good. And they're, like, animated the whole time, all in-game engine, too, which is cool.
Hey, I did it. I'm really good.
He did it!
Got a high score. Please enter your initials.
Yep, I have not played this far. That's as far as my testing went. So this will all be new to me too. Which I'm sure is very exciting. Okay, save completed. I imagine there will be another cutscene soon.
okay. You're definitely one fine soldier.
That's true.
It is my honor to report that you will be a soldier for the rest of your life.
I like that voice actor, he's cool. He did the voice of the Terror Mask in Splatterhouse. Okay, skipping the cutscene. And playing it here.
For the rest of my life.
For the rest of your life, Mowgli.
He's with me. I'm taking him to the man village. I don't think he's soldier material quite yet. So long, Colonel.
Don't mind that little sound. We are going on an adventure.
Now, no more running off, Mowgli.
A musical adventure.
Follow me to the man village, or I'll leave you.
Like I said, I watched this movie when I was a kid. A very, very long time ago. Probably like single digits age. So I don't remember. I remember liking it. I just don't remember anything more than that. And of course the Bare Necessity song. Everyone knows the Bare Necessity song. Which, spoilers, I think might be next.
Huh?
Yeah, it's this guy.
Well, now.
What is his name? Baloo?
What have we here? What What a funny little thing this
I also think this has like a karaoke mode where you can like play the song without like any of the gameplay, and it just shows like the lyrics on screen,
Jungle bum.
and you just like sing along. That's pretty cool.
Oh, brother. Still the same old Bagheera. Hey, kid. You want to learn how to live like a bear in the jungle?
Oh, yeah!
All right.
This is exactly how a bear would interact with a child in a jungle.
If you never worry about anything, the bare necessities...
Is this why women would rather encounter a bear in the woods than a man? Because they think they're all going to be like this guy, whose name I still forgot.
Mowgli, now you're the coolest bear in the jungle.
Yeah!
And now that you're such a great bear, Mowgli, let's do what bears have to do. Relax.
Alright, assuming that's the end of that cutscene. Let's turn that back off. Alright, now let's do bare necessities.
Man, I can feel the beat.
Oh, he's feeling it.
Fun and living like a bear. You'll see.
He got into that fermented stuff. Okay, I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna try to stick to the left foot doing left ones, and right foot doing the right ones. Ooh. No, I ain't doing those anymore.
That bring the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam.
What do you mean fail? I was doing really well. Was I not nailing them? Oh my goodness.
Bees are buzzing in the trees to make some honey just for me. When you look
Yeah, actually kind of have to go a little earlier.
plants and take a glance at the fancy and then try a few. The bare necessities of life.
The only thing that really makes Expert a little bit harder is the fact that you only have 2 rows of arrows. Like in DDR, the visuals can help a lot. You're not necessarily looking at what the arrows are pointing at. You're looking at where they are on the screen. And with this game limiting it to 2 rows, that can also throw you off quite a bit. Like it's kind of handy that it's like, hey, use the corresponding foot for this one. But at the same time, I mean, of course, it can't always be a clone of DDR. It should always be a clone of DDR, because DDR's already nailed it.
Don't spend your time looking around for something you want.
But it's like, yeah, it's fine. If they're doing their own thing.
Can live without it, then go along not thinking about it.
And they're, I'm going to switch up a little bit. They really are going for presentation, which is why, like I said, the gameplay is relegated to like the very side of the screen.
The bare necessities of life will come to you.
Okay, that was not where that beat I was expecting it to be.
Nice job, kid. That's the way I like it. Smooth. Now let's go for some more.
I should probably stop bringing my feet to the middle between those two. I don't know why, I just feel like I should be doing that. Not where I thought that beat would be.
Yeah.
I'll mix it up a little bit more. Feels better to do.
Look for the bare necessity, the simple bare necessity. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities of Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Bring the bare necessities of life.
Man, this game is kind of loud too. Should I turn this down?
Really good.
I don't know if the
You
game's
got a
drowning me
high
out or not.
score. Please enter your initials.
Did I get a high score? Oh, I guess I'm just a bit above kin. It updates after I put my thing in. Okay. Not as good as I could be doing.
Beautiful, Mowgli. Now you're the coolest bear in the jungle.
Yeah.
And now that you're such a great bear,
Okay, so it was including this
let's
part
do what
in the.
bears have to do. Relax.
It was just include this part in the video I was playing. All right. start playing the next cutscene. You're not really missing it, the loading screens. The loading screens are just a screenshot from the CG cutscene that plays.
I hope they'll be all right.
Oh, they'll be alright. It's only a young boy surrounded by wild animals. Dangerous wild animals like monkeys. They like to rip off faces and stuff. Yeah, his face is gone. Is this even really what the movie was kind of about? I think the wiki, when I was looking up when this came out, said that it loosely follows the events of the Jungle Book. So this is like a new Jungle Book experience. If you're a big fan of the Jungle Book and you want to try something different, here you go. There was actually the Digimon movies came out a little bit earlier than expected, and I got the pleasure of watching them early. They oh,
now you're ready to meet King Louie.
don't spoil it. We're gonna go meet King Louie. And let's turn that off. Back to gameplay. The Digimon movie, when it came out in the year 2000, was a sloppy edit job of the first like 3 OVAs, but they actually remastered and redubbed them. Alright, actually got a little difficult there. Even though it's definitely... Alright, yeah, I went left, I should have went up. Again, putting them in the same row like that. Not great. Makes it a little hard to interpret. Actually, no. Do not go back to middle. I keep going back to middle.
Point multiplied.
Yeah, I failed. Yeah, putting those in was really throwing me off. Whoop! Oh, even like playing these other like non-DDR games on that. Oh, do that afterwards. These can be just as tiring as the DDR games that run well and are harder, because it's like I'm like tensed up a lot more. Like playing DDR with like a proper like sync adjustment, it feels good to do. So even if you're playing more of it, it's not as exhausting because you don't have to like focus too hard. You can really just play and enjoy yourself. Whereas doing these ones that don't run super well, like Flow, and now this one, my body is like tensing up more than it should because I'm trying to compensate for the bad syncing in this. Like, it's so easy to just like step around like to the beat, but when you're like, you can see me making sharper movements and I'm like tensing up my calves and stuff to do it.
Got a high score. Please enter your initials.
And yeah, it's just as exhausting and probably not good for your legs either.